Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Namaste, and a very good evening and a warm welcome to each and every one of you here. I appreciate your presence today for my production, Unraveled. Before I go on to explaining about my production, at the outset I would like to thank Dr. Shailaja and the others at the foundation for inviting me to be part of this wonderful event. It's my pleasure. Thank you very much. My thanks to the Nritya Yatri Foundation, spearheaded by Meghna ji and Shraddha ji. They call it organization. I want to call it a movement, which is even better. A movement that's trying to educate, not just entertain, educate everybody. There's no restriction here. Everyone about the classical arts and different facets of the arts. I thank them sincerely for coordinating with me and Shailaja ji to get moving ahead with this event. I really hope that you will all support Nritya Yatri in the coming months, in the coming years. They have been doing such a fantastic job. I have been with them for the past few years and I've seen how passionate they are about the work that they want to do and things that they want to achieve, which is very beautiful. So when you're heading out the exit, hopefully you'll all stay until the fourth act, which is my final act. As you're heading out, you might want to just put down your coordinates so that they can plug you into that mailing list, and you will, if you like this event, you'll like other events that they host. I have some beautiful musicians with me today. On the vocal, Sri Murali Parthasarathi. On the percussion, Sri Satish Krishnamurthy. And on the flute, Sri Nilesh Deshpande. The music for this production was done by Srimati Sudha Raghuraman. And we have such brilliant technicians who've been on their toes, literally, because I have been driving them to be on their toes, to get things done. Prashant ji, a shout out for the technicians, because nothing gets done without them. Prashant ji on the lights with his team, and Harshavardhan ji and his wonderful boy, Rahul. Thank you, Rahul, for being on the lights. Now, that is done. Let's go into what I need to say about my production. Unraveled. Unraveled was formed as a seed when I went to visit a particular temple in south of India. I come from Chennai, I'm a Chennai girl. South of India, in my hometown Chennai, it's called a Draupadi Amman temple. There she is worshipped as a goddess. The first question that came to my mind is, according to today's standards, she was not the perfect woman. She had 5 husbands. She was a mother, technically she gave birth, yeah, but then she was never there to raise her kids. Her kids got killed, murdered. She was abused in many different ways over the course of her life, and yet she was worshipped, all right. That gave rise to some very uncomfortable questions which I was not supposed to ask. Oops. Can I go on? Yeah, okay. Uncomfortable questions that technically don't ask. Just shove it under the carpet. Don't ask. Why bother? Why not bother? That was my retort. What makes me happy and comfortable is to ask the uncomfortable questions. I want to just put it out there so that you may have an answer to it. I have been looking for answers, and I'm just one person to have a conversation with you and to see whether you have answers for me. In this particular production, after I came up with these questions, I commissioned a theatre artist, Sri Venkatraman Balakrishnan, to write a script. I said, Bala, you know what, I have all these questions. You have the magic of words. I have the magic of movement. Hopefully it's magical. Let's give me the magic of words, because I'm going to tell you all the thoughts that's there in my head, and we're going to sit and write 4 acts based on all the thoughts and questions that's been gushing in and out of me. And that's Unraveled. His script is called No Space Breasts. which is even more beautiful in my opinion, no space breasts. She was actually a big bosomed woman, as she's referred to multiple times in the original Vyasa Mahabharata. But that's not what no space breast is here. No space breast is more metaphorical. She just did not have any space there to take anything more. It was filled with all the experiences that she had to go through. So here we have Unraveled. It's spread out into 4 acts. The first act is always introduction to Draupadi. I'm sure all of you know who Draupadi is, the famous epic Mahabharata heroine married to the 5 Pandavas. I was thinking, how do I introduce her? What better way to introduce her than for her soul to introduce her body? I call it the soul's monologue. The soul is detached once she's dead. The soul is detached and it's happy, it's free of its restraints and it's dancing around, and it comes across the sound of the Tarpana mantra. The Tarpana mantra are the chants which are said to appease the dead. She comes across, the soul comes across those chants and finds the body, its ex-body, lying right there. It recognizes the body and then it talks about the experiences that it went through being inside the body. And also here I bring about certain facts, or not even facts, questions like, how do we perceive female form? How do we perceive female nudity? How do we perceive death and life? A woman's life and death, what does it mean to her? So here we have soul's monologue. My request is, if you all can put that mobile phones away and really absorb me with your eyes, because those are the most beautiful things right in front of me, and not capture me with your mobile. Take me to your heart and not your electronic device. Thank you all so very much.
Kalvi ज्ञाता ज्ञात पितृ स्वदा नमस्तर्पयामि ज्ञाता ज्ञात पितृ स्वदा नमस्तर्पयामि ऊर्ध्वह्वहन्ति कीलालं परिश्रुतं स्वदास्त तर्पयत मे पितृनु तृप्तयत तर्पयत मे पितृनु तृप्तयत तृप्तयत तृप्तयत.
एकच पोझिशनला दाखवत आहे. भरतनाट्यमचं ते एक्सप्रेशन डोळे इथनं पूर्ण जो भेटतो ना सर तिथनं नसतं भेटलं हा नसतं भेटलं मध्ये चेहरा दिसतच नाही डोळे दिसतच नाही हिपची पोझिशन
My nose stays pressed, my hot tears collected and form cool. I envy them.
वोकल रेकॉर्डिंग
हो. My man,
झूम करतो वरती झूम करतो
ritualistically turned away. On my endless flesh, I feel and do fire, stacked and burnt. Am I cleansed of all my pain? Yes, burns and roots. Let all see calm. Finally there's peace. Any sugar? But it exists. Finally, I'm fire. Not me, it's I. Finally, I'm fire. Not me, it's I.
Tatatacham, 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 kratakatatacham, tatatacham, tatatacham, ha. Tatatacham, 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 kratakatatacham, tatatacham, tatatacham, ha. Ring, ring, so da, so, so, ring, ring, so da, so, so, ring, ring, so da, so, so, ring. So, so, da, ba, ba, da, so, so, da, ba, ba, da, so, so, da, ba, ba, da, so. Tatatacham, 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 kratakatatacham, tatatacham, tatatacham, ta. Tatatacham, 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 kratakatatacham, tatatacham, tatatacham, ta. Tatatacham, 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 ha, tatatacham, ha, tatatacham,